If you don't run your calendar will run you. Woo-cha. What's poppin'? My name is Neil Hobson. Yes, this is the One Goal Podcast, back with another episode, here to help you. Okay, all I'm here to do is to add value to you because you are valuable, and this episode is all about protecting your time. Don't you have trouble with protecting your time? Setting your calendar and making sure you're running it so it's not running you. I think everybody does because we live in a hurry, fast society. Everything's moving at 100 miles per hour, but sometimes we just need to slow down. I think the pandemic has helped everybody just slow down a little bit and figure out what's most valuable to me each and every day. What am I trading my time for? Because if we say yes to everything, we're not going to have time to do the main thing, the most important thing. And I'm going to help you today. I'm working on this. Listen, I'm a work in progress. I have not mastered this by any means. I'm working at it just like you. But first, I got to shout out my future sponsor, Chipotle. Ooh, I spend a lot of time at Chipotle. Let me tell you right now, at least 4 or 5 times a week. I'm going to speak this thing into existence that they're my future sponsor, but they'll be my main sponsor for this podcast very soon. Listen, this is another episode. I want to help you. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, click the like button, leave a comment. Let me know that you're getting some value added to you, and that's what I really want to do so you can multiply that value to others. Now, it's all about protecting your time. I got a couple quick tips on how you can do so. Stick with me. Holler back at your boy. Shout your boy down in the comments because this is going to be good. Okay, number 1. To protecting your time, block your calendar. Block your calendar. If you do not run your calendar, the calendar will run you. I've been victim to this. You know, you say yes to everything because you want to please people. Any people pleasers? Yeah. A lot of times I just want to say yes because it's a cool opportunity or I like the person or the event's nice or whatever the case may be. But sometimes my calendar, my schedule just won't allow it. But I'll figure it out. So I'll lose sleep. I'll spend less time with the family. I'll go to and sometimes I just need to say no. And it's okay to say no. Everybody just say no. You can even form the just say no. It's okay. People will understand. The show will go on even if you're not there. Now, there's some seasons where you have to sacrifice and say yes to things. I went through a lot of seasons where I was like, you know what? I'm going to take every opportunity that I have to learn, to grow. That's that learning, maturing season where you want to get a lot of reps in. That 10,000 hours where you just saying yes. And there's a sacrifice. And if maybe you're married, you got kids, or you want to make sure that everybody's on the same page before you make that sacrifice, of course. But if you're single, you have a lot more time to say yes to things and to commit to the growth portion of it. So when you get a little bit more mature, you can start saying no to some things. So it's okay to say yes, but it's okay to say no as well. You got to block your calendar. Everything's starting with a B, by the way, okay? Stephen Covey's Matrix, he has like the urgent and non-urgent, the important and the not important. Sometimes we live our lives, I know me, in the urgent. It's got to get done right now. Things are on fire. I got to put out the fires. And sometimes you can spend your whole life, your whole day, just putting out fires. They're urgent. It has to happen. But what if we can take care of the important things in the other column and reduce the amount of urgent things that come up each and every day? Because if we always are putting out the urgent things, we never get the chance to actually get to the important things that really matter, that are going to advance us in life. I don't want to live my life in urgent. I want to live my life in important. I want to be focused out here, okay? So you have to block your calendar. You have to make sure that things are set. Here's one thing I'm working on. And holler back at me if you're working on this too. I need to block rest. Woo, child. Block some rest in your schedule. Make sure you put a day of rest. If God created the heavens and the earth, 6 days, you know what I'm saying? He did this, he did that, he did this. And on the 7th, he rested. You got to rest. I got to rest. There's no way we can run 24/7. I used to say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Okay? Can't stop, won't stop. Used to have that bad boy, Puff Daddy mentality. But she's like, you know what? I'm going to be sleeping pretty soon if I don't rest. It's important for us to make sure we spend time resting. You can look at the other episode that we talk about rest. But let me tell you right now, you need to block rest in your calendar. Say, you know what? I can't make it that day. I got plans. Plans to do what? Plans to rest. And people will try to guilt you. They will try to shame you. They will say, well, I really need this. And I thought you were my friend. And I thought you was, I got to rest. Because if I don't, my body's going to break down. I've had moments where I'm supposed to perform. I'm supposed to be on stage. I'm supposed to do something that's, super important, right? Or with my kids, or my kids, got one, with my child, my baby girl, or with my family, or the things that are most important. And I can't do them because I'm in bed, I'm sick. My body's like, yo, you got to take a break. If you don't break, your body will break. Say that in the chat. Listen right now. I'm telling you, take it from your boy Neely Time. I had an episode where I was going to an event, and I had a couple of days where I was trying to get everything done before this particular event, and I didn't know I was stressed. I'm used to handling a lot of stress. I'm a DJ, I'm a dancer, I'm a speaker, I'm an MC, I'm a radio host, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I serve at church. Like, I do all these things, right? I'm used to handling stress. And my eye started itching. I saw like 2 little bumps. My eye started itching. I'm like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden it started really itching. And I'm on air at this point. I'm on the show. And all of a sudden I was like, I got to wrap this bad boy up. I got to go to the urgent care. So I'm like, swerving, down the highway to get to the urgent care because my eye is on fire. It's itching so bad. I'm like, what is going on? Doctor looks at it. He's like, can't be that. It can't be, what's it called? Not chicken pox, but the other thing. I'll think of it in a minute. But generally it happens in older people where it happens on one side of your face and it kind of goes up. And I was like, yo, what is going on? He's like, it can't be that. It's just like a couple of bumps. We'll treat you for whatever it is. I get to the event in another state and it started really acting up. I'm talking my eye is on fire. It's swelling. I got to be on camera in many countries around the world. And I got to read a teleprompter with light. I had to go to the ophthalmologist, the other ologist. I had to go to everybody, literally, while I was away and get emergency medical attention because I couldn't see. My eye was itching. And finally treated it, and I was like, oh, snap. It's induced because of stress. That's what I found out. If you don't handle the stress is definitely going to handle you. So number one, it took a long time, but it's very important. Block your calendar. One thing I'm working on right now. Number two, be more efficient. Be more efficient with whatever you got going on. Try to get it done a little quicker. Try to put in some systems in place so you can be efficient with your time and you don't have to spend so much time on the things that should take a little bit of time, especially meetings. Okay, if you have the intent of the meeting, you set that in the beginning and you know what you're going to do, what you're going to discuss, why you're going to discuss it, and what's the end goal of the meeting, then you can be a lot more efficient with your time. It's funny. Sometimes we plan a lot of things and we don't prepare, and then we get into those things and then they take a lot more time than they should because we didn't prepare properly. You'll hear me say it once. You'll hear me say it 1,000,000 times. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you prepare properly, you're more than likely going to have a phenomenal performance, even if it comes to a meeting or it comes to lunch. You comes to putting on your clothes. You know what you're going to wear while you're laying in bed. Think about what you're going to wear. The night before, lay your clothes out. That's efficiency right there. That you don't have to take the time the day of. If you're running late, it's okay. Put gas in your car the night before. Listen, these are practical tips. I'm breaking it down here, okay? Number one, block your calendar. Number two, be more efficient. Number three, block your notifications. I know I'm all up in your business, but block your notifications on your phone. All those apps that are constantly going off. Bling, bling, bling. Ba-bam, 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 ba-bam. Like your phone is buzzing and ringing every 10 seconds, and we're touching our phone and putting it up and doing this and checking that. Block the notifications. If it's not necessary, it's not emergent and important, don't have it on your phone. I only have a couple of apps that have notifications, and it's just rare that I look at my phone because of a notification goes off, because it's a distraction. If you're focused on something, you got good rhythm, good momentum, you got things going on, you got some lo-fi in the background, you got some worship playing, or you got your favorite jam on and you get in a good rhythm, bing, bing, bing. That mug goes off, it messes up your rhythm, your flow, because you're taking your attention from where you should be and putting it on something else that really probably doesn't matter. Okay, so whether it's social media, turn the notifications off. Your emails. Okay, the emails will be there. If it was really, really important, probably they'll call you. Then they may text you. So if you got to have times of, this is my zone. This is my zone. Nobody's going to interrupt it. Email, threads can eventually wait. And text messages as well. People will text you, And you may be one of those people that don't just write one text and put everything in one text. You may be ding, 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 ding. Like, can you just put everything in one text, please? Seriously. Anyway, block some of those notifications. It'll save you, I promise. I don't like text messages just lingering. I don't like anything just lingering. I like to get rid of all of it. I like to respond to everybody to make sure everybody is good. But you know what? Sometimes it's just got to wait. Okay? Block your notifications. Number 1, block your calendar. Number 2, be more efficient. Number 3, block notifications. They all start with B. Number 4, borrow others people's time. It sounds terrible to say, but you got to borrow other people's time. You have to delegate, okay? You have to say, you know what? I can't do it all. Or, matter of fact, I can do some of it, but I'm going to have you do it because you can do a better job at it. I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, maybe they can't do a better job at it. I've been there before. Well, maybe they can do a good job or a decent job, and they can grow into the position, which will free you up to have more time to do what you need to do. You can focus on the main thing. That focus is key. When you delegate and borrow somebody else's time, say, hey, can you do this for me? Can you take care of this? Or maybe can you plan this? Or can you? I'm telling you, it will free up time in your schedule to allow you to do other things and allow you to grow, to scale your business, to scale your life. Sometimes we're just not scaling because we don't have the time to. We don't have it built in. There's only 24 hours in the day. Everybody has the same amount of time. So in order for you to scale, you have to delegate. You have to take some things off your plate and say, you know what? I'm going to let you handle this. And I'm going to handle the main thing. I'm going to think long term, and you can handle the short term, and we can work together and do this. Some things you just have to pay for, right? Maybe instead of you creating the graphic and the thumbnail, because I know even with this podcast, you got to shoot the video, you got to edit the video, you got to put the audio in a video, you got to put the bumpers on there, you got to put the little funny things. You got to put so many things in it. You got to create the thumbnail, then post it on this app, and post it on that, and post it on. It's a lot. Sometimes you just got to hire somebody to do it. I haven't gotten there yet, but you maybe go to Fiverr or go to what and say, you know what, can you do this for me? And that little money that you're going to spend is going to free up so much time for you to actually to invest and to make more money. Let me tell you right now, this is not easy to do. I'm working on it as we speak. I've not mastered this. You know, The Time Management is a great book to read. And the former, I think it was like VP or former CEO of marketing for Disney. I forget his title, but he is amazing. And he breaks down just time management. Very rigid, okay? Block your calendar. Be more efficient. Block notifications. Borrow others people's time. Focus on the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. You can do this. It's going to take time. You're going to mess up. You're going to forget. You're going to make mistakes. But I promise you, if you implement these couple of things, your life will radically change. I believe it. I'm working on it myself, and we'll get back together and see how our lives have progressed and changed. This is the One Goal Podcast. Shout out to my future sponsor, Chipotle. Shout out to you for making a difference, and I hope you got some value added to you so you can multiply that to others. My name is Neil Hobson. One Goal. Hit that subscribe button. You know what it is.